Before I start this video, I want to remind everyone once again that the Arana Nation has now done something it has never done before, and that it has manufactured the very first Arana Nation t-shirts. Get your very first and very own Arana Nation t-shirt by going down to the comment section of this video after the video is done and clicking on the link, and you will be redirected to the page where the Arana Nation t-shirts are sold, and you click the buy now button and you can buy your very own Arana Nation t-shirt in either white, light gray, or dark gray. Do that right after this video is done. So, my friends, I'm increasingly concerned. The long-haired Swiftfoot Macdaddy, as we all know as Justin Trudeau, he is. I honestly feel this guy has something mentally wrong with him. This guy is sick. This guy does not know what he is doing. This guy does not care about Canada in the least. And anybody at this point who still supports this guy, which apparently is few these days, really has something increasingly wrong with them. You're probably on drugs, or you're probably on the system, and you need some serious help. But, it seems that the Macdaddy is only concerned with these politically correct issues. You can't say mankind. You have to say PeopleKind. Remember at a town hall when he scolded a woman, for that matter, because she said mankind, and he said, well, we should say PeopleKind. Now, the Macdaddy said he was joking. My friends, he was not joking, because now he has ordered government officials working for Service Canada to now say that instead of saying Mr. and Mrs., you say parent 1 and parent 2. And this has just gone way too far. And 1 second. Okay. So 1 second. Yeah, sorry, just people coming in. I'm at my girlfriend's house. So anyway, that's what's going on here. The Macdaddy has gone out of control with this foolishness. And so what I am asking you, dear listeners, is he going to now say that we're going to ban Mother's Day and Father's Day? That's the thing that we all have to realize. We have to wonder about it. Is he going to start saying that? And I think it's coming. I think it's coming, and it's coming sooner than we all think. You're going to see in Canada within the next few months this government doing things like banning Mother's Day, or banning saying Mother's Day in public schools, in public places. Father's Day, you can't celebrate Father's Day. They've already, look what happened with Merry Christmas. That was one of the very first things that the liberal elite from all over the world, and the socialist elite and the left-wing elite did, which really, it's hard to know now as a millennial. But baby boomers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Merry Christmas, once upon a time, the 60s, the 70s, nobody cared about that. Merry Christmas was just a thing. It was just a word that people said. And it wasn't offensive. Nobody thought it was offensive. The Jews never thought it was offensive. The Muslims never thought it was offensive. The Hindu and the Buddhist man in China and all those places, they didn't. It was just something Christians said. And all of a sudden now, the elites who are atheists and who don't like God, who don't believe in any God whatsoever, they worship themselves, have now all of a sudden said that saying Merry Christmas is somehow offensive, when nobody in the real world thought it was. But this is all a divide and conquer scheme that these people do. These people love division. They love division in race. They love division in gender. They love division in religion. And this is just another way to divide the population and a way to control the population. So let's look at the record. The Macdaddy has said that it's mankind, not PeopleKind. He said he was just joking because the whole country came down on this fool like a ton of steel bricks or concrete bricks. And they came down on him hard. And he would have not said he was joking if that hadn't happened. but it did. And he said it was a joke. We know now that wasn't a joke because now the government has said that you cannot say Mr. and Mrs. when you work for Service Canada or for any government organization. You have to say parent 1 and parent 2. Now, I made a video a few weeks ago saying, well, who is parent 2? Is it the woman or is it the man? Because if it's the woman, you know the feminists are going to tear the Macdaddy apart. And I'd join them too. I would join them too. I would join them. But if the man was parent 2, well then, you know, we can all prove now that the Macdaddy is nothing but a big pussy. This is gone too far. Canada has become a laughingstock to the rest of the world. The whole world laughs at us. The world doesn't respect us. You can see when the Macdaddy goes to G8 summits, G20 summits, they do their very best to ignore him. They do their very best to pretend he doesn't exist. Even liberals are now coming out and saying this guy does not have a serious mind. And by the way, I thank God for Dan McTeague, the former Liberal MP for the Pickering area back in the Chrétien era. And he came out, and he's a Liberal, and he said, Trudeau does not have a serious mind. This man is dangerous. Now, he didn't say dangerous, but he did say that this guy doesn't have a serious mind. And people who used to think that liberals, you know, people who used to think that conservatives who would say things like liberals want to destroy family are crazy, are now beginning to realize that we conservatives were right all along. The Macdaddy and his liberal friends all over the world are determined to get rid of families. I mean, Hillary Clinton once said that marriage was similar to slavery. I mean, this is going way back. This is going way back. You can research it. Liberals don't seem to like the average family. And that's probably because, and I'm telling you, my good friends, this is fact. People who are in families, women who are in families, men who are in families are more conservative-minded than single mothers, single fathers, or single people in general. It's just a fact. Look at the data. People who voted for Donald Trump, women who voted for Donald Trump were more likely to be married with children or just married. Married men, it's just how it is. Family makes people more conservative. Somebody who is just sitting on their own, doing drugs, and having prostitutes in the house every day, they are more likely to be liberal because they don't have a care in the world. They don't care about any children. They don't care about their family. They have nothing to live for. They are just carefree. And I think that is one of the main reasons why liberals don't like families. And this is one of the reasons why these things like mother and father and all this stuff and gender, this, I mean, in Canada now, people can get fined or have their children taken away if they deny the fact that their child, who is born a boy or born a girl, identifies with the opposite gender. That's a fact, which the media doesn't talk about in this country, but it's a fact. And it's just another way for these vampires who are the vice president of the lower and most wicked region of hell to destroy the family and to wreck it because it's more power. Only the state is your family. Only the government is your mama and your papa and your brother and your sister too and your grandparents. Justin Trudeau is your daddy, according to him, and your mama. He probably more your mama than your daddy, because this brother, I don't know whether he's a transvestite or whatever. First of all, we don't know where this guy come from. We don't know who his father is. Some people say it's Castro, and I'm thinking it might be true. I mean, really, to be honest with you, I don't see any way where Pierre, the cuckold Trudeau, is this man's father. And I'm not making any accusations. I'm just saying what I think. I mean, whatever you want to say about Pierre, the cuckold Trudeau, who was a cuckold, I mean, at least the guy had a brain. Now, Margaret does not have a brain. That woman's head is as empty as the Grand Canyon. I mean, she was whatever, but I mean, that's the thing. We don't know. And there are pictures with Trudeau and Fidel as a young man, and they look similar. I'm not making any accusations. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I mean, it's more humor than anything. But I'm just saying, it's a possibility. That woman slept with so many men. I mean, she knocked up so many. She could have knocked up the Empire State Building. I mean, you could have told Mustafa that he didn't have to bomb the World Trade Center. Just go get Margaret Trudeau to go bang up the World Trade Center. I mean, this woman, was a floozy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to, men are the same way. I'm not trying to be chauvinistic or anything, but that's the thing. So we don't know. But you see, even there was even dysfunction in the Trudeau family. This is what Trudeau knows. Trudeau doesn't know a happy family. I mean, apart from his own, and we don't even know. I mean, there are things, I don't know. I look at the wife he's with now, and I say to myself, I mean, women like strong, manly men, and this guy is anything but. So I'm wondering whether she's cheating on him. But as I said, this guy did not grow up with a happy family. He grew up with tension in the family. The parents couldn't stand each other. They divorced. The father was a controlling asswipe. I mean, it's just that's how it was. So that's another reason why this guy probably resents families. But with this whole people kind, not mankind, this lecturing about all this stuff, scolding people, this is why men are getting sick of him, because men are less likely to put up with that kind of people kind, this, don't do this, don't do that, telling everybody what to do, and you can't say Mr. and Mrs., it's parent 1 and parent 2, and if your child thinks that he is a different gender than he was born, you could take him away and you could even arrest them. I mean, men are less likely to put up with it, but now even women are beginning to not put up with it. But I think what is coming, and I think the next victim of this Macdaddy's tyranny, the next victim, and it's not a person, it's a thing, it's a holiday, the next thing on his agenda, mark my words. And I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying I think this is what's going to happen. I never thought that we would be stopped saying Mr. and Mrs. We'd be saying parent 1 and parent 2. Who thought that would ever happen? Who thought that when they elected this Macdaddy that would happen? Well, I kind of thought. I had my suspicions. But you see, and I tried to warn y'all Canadians, but no, y'all didn't want to listen to me. You wanted your weed. You wanted your free goodies. You wanted your drugs. You wanted a cool, sexy prime. Y'all Canadians didn't listen to me. And now y'all are all vexed and angry about the Macdaddy and his approval ratings. Y'all could have listened to the Arana Nation, and y'all were upset with Harper because he wasn't cool enough. He was too stiff. Y'all could have listened to me. But I think the next thing that's on the agenda is getting rid of Mother's Day and Father's Day. And I think that's coming very soon. That word, those holidays will be banned in school. A child who goes to a school and talks about Father's Day and talks about Mother's Day is going to be suspended or something. I think it's coming. Mark my words. This is the Arana Nation, and do not forget that you should go down to the comments section and the pinned link on the comments section. Click on that link and get your Arana Nation t-shirt in either white, light gray, or dark gray.